So, welcome for almost New Year's. So good to have you here this morning during this busy season. So glad that you took time to come here this Sunday for this really one of my very favorite rituals during the year. When I get to release, my son and I were on the phone coming down here, and he had just bought a thing of almond roca. And I said, well, you've got 2 days to ditch those. So, I mean, we start the year out. Okay. So anyway, this is a wonderful day, and Cheryl Guess is our speaker and our leader in this wonderful ritual. So my first question, is there anyone here for the first time today? All right. Did you get a packet? Good. All right. Then we're doing things right. So I guess today we have a very special birthday, I know. Gail, you're 98? Yeah. Yeah. And she has been a member of this church practically all your life, right? Since birth, yes. And your parents? So, and generational, and many thanks to all those who established this community. Deep gratitude for those who do that and build these wonderful buildings and had the wisdom to select this site, which is just like nobody has a place like this. So, is there any other birthdays today? I mean, not today, but January. All right, Sue. I know. Sometimes we forget. So next Sunday, January 5th, is our potluck. So let's ring the year in with wonderful food and gathering together to begin a new year. So there's some announcements on the back of your bulletin to take those home. And I want to see if there's anything else here I wanted to particularly mention for you. And one is in the front of your, where you are sitting, there should be a prayer request form. Those are confidential. Only the ministers and the prayer practitioners see those. And so you can drop them in the prayer box in the library to have them even more confidential. So, do take advantage of that, because our whole movement is founded on prayer and the power of prayer. And that's this coming month, January, we're going to go look at, even though the titles might be strange, we're going to be going back to basics and looking at the basics of science of mind and the power of that and how prayer works. And it's just absolutely, life transforming for us. So be here next month. And I did want to say, and I'll have more information later. I'm doing a workshop the last Sunday and of January, first Sunday in February, looking back at the Nativity. And I don't do it very traditionally, so I'll let you know more about that. All right, and our kindness tree, not that this is the last month to be kind, but it's been our theme all month. So yeah, we can go back. But there's the kindness tree that Cheryl Ostreimer put out there. And any acts of kindness that you have done, I hope to see that full, because I hope that we have been inspired this month to be extra kind, just because it's our theme. So check that out, and if you have done something really lovely and kind, put that on the tree to inspire everyone. You can sign your name or not sign your name. All right, so remember that any event that happens, potluck or anything, there's sign-up sheets in our beautiful, beautiful library. All right. Welcome. Ari Harris this morning. Yes, Don.
I like to hope that we have a special birthday song just for me.
Right. Forgot the song.
Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gail. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much for reminding us about that song, Don. And also there is cake downstairs after this service. And I don't want to embarrass Gail, but she has so beautiful at 98, isn't she not? Yeah. So, and I mean that not just patronizing. You're a very beautiful woman. She's an inspiration for me. So, Ari, shall we stand again?
Let's stand and sing together. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, got to let it go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say: I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
And so now that we can begin to go within as we prepare for our prayer time.
In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan. Earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago. What can I give him, poor as I am? If I were a shepherd, I would bring a lamb.
Good morning. I invite you to join me. Join me and turn within in this one precious moment we call now. Not to shut the world out, but to grow closer to that inner spark, to embrace that spark that is the spirit of love and God, and feel the empowerment that moves in and through each one of us. I speak my word today for the blessings of this service, for the joy of this service, for any sadness that's felt in this service. It's all perfect, and it's all our human experience. I know that everything unfolds as it should, with perfection and love. And those who've come here to serve with love, with grace, with ease. And those who've come here to be served are serving too, for that is all part of that circulation that is love in this place. So I invite you to release with gratitude. I invite you to know that there is a thankfulness permeating this room, moving through each person. And as we feel this gratitude and as we release this prayer, we know that it is done as spoken, and through grace so much more. And together, join me in saying, and so it is. And we have an affirmation in our programs. Please join me. With gratitude for the blessings of this year, I anticipate the joy ahead, and I allow myself to release what no longer serves this beloved child of God, and so it is.
And so now, Ari's going to do a special song since we don't have a reader today. And it's something that I asked her to learn, so be gentle. She's a very wonderful piano player, and she's also a fabulous singer, so we just appreciate her so much for all she does for our center.
Thank you all. Thank you. It's really hard to believe that it's been over a year that I've been playing here now. I mean, yeah, all of 2024. So thank you for continually receiving me and allowing me to be showing up as me. Thank you. This is called The Chain of Love. He was driving home one evening in his beat-up Pontiac when an old lady flagged him down. Her Mercedes had a flat. He could see that she was frightened, standing out there in the snow, till he said, "I'm here to help you, man. By the way, my name's Joe." She said, "I'm from St. Louis, and I'm only passing through. I must have seen 100 cars go by. This is awful nice of you." And he changed the tire and closed her trunk and was about to drive away. She said, "How much do I owe you?" Here's what he had to say: "You don't owe me a thing, 'cause I've been there too. Someone once helped me out just the way that I am helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of love end with you. Well, a few miles down the road, the lady saw a small cafe. She went in to grab a bite to eat and then be on her way. She couldn't help but notice how the waitress smiled so sweet, and how she must have been 8 months along and dead on her feet. Though she didn't know her story, and she probably never will, when the waitress went to get her change from $100 bill, the lady slipped right out the door and on a napkin left a note. There were tears in the waitress' eyes when she read what she wrote. You don't owe me a thing, 'cause I've been there too. Someone once helped me out just the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of love end with you. The night when she got home from work, the waitress climbed in bed. She was thinking about the money and what the lady's note had said. And as her husband lay there sleeping, she whispered soft and low, everything's gonna be all right. I love you, Joe. You don't owe me a thing, 'cause I've been there too. Someone once helped me out just the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of love end with you. Don't let the chain of love end with you. Thank you.
Get it together, girl. Get it together. Am I just going? Well, good morning. I'm sorry, I'm up here crying, but I just love that song because it talks about what we're talking about today, about releasing love and getting it back. And that was a full circle of the chain of love. And so, anyway, I can't even talk about it. But when I was trying to explain it to Dawn, when I first found it, I was said, there's this song, and I don't know the name of it, but I've got to find it. And then I tried to explain it to Dawn, and I'm talking along, and all of a sudden I'm going, and then he... So, anyway, they say that you're not supposed to speak in front of people unless you've completely processed it so you don't burst into tears. But obviously, I haven't processed this yet, but working on it, working on it. So today, we're finishing out our month of kindness and all the things that we talk about kindness. And so one of the things we've talked about accepting kindness and giving but giving kindness to yourself. Have you really thought about how kind you are to yourself? Are you really kind to yourself? Or do you allow yourself to get that little head game going where you're, oh, I'm not good enough, I haven't done that, I should have done, I could have, I would have. Anyway, don't should on yourself anymore, okay? So, should.
Okay, I've got to enunciate better. Okay. So I spent so many years living in this less than thought about myself that it's been a real journey for me to come to a place of being more than and accepting myself as more than just this human body, that I am more than this. I am a spiritual being. I am here to tell you, you're a spiritual being. Did you know that? That we are all created from energy. Everything you see, everything you touch, everything you know is all just energy. Isn't that fascinating? Because that gives you the ability to control something in your life. You can control how you behave, how you're giving, what you're accepting. And you can also control what other people say about you by not allowing it to be something that becomes part of you, not giving it residence within your head, not renting out the space to negative thoughts. Isn't that a great idea? That we should start thinking about ourselves in a different way? And I've talked about Lucifer before. I know, where does Lucifer have in here? Well, there's this show, and it's called Lucifer. And when I first watched it, I thought, it's like, so Lucifer, who was sent to hell to run hell by God, don't forget, though, Lucifer is an angel. He was always an angel. So he got sent and was put in charge of hell. Well, he got kind of tired of hanging out down there, so he decided to go to L.A. instead and hang out there. And he wanted to do good because basically Lucifer is a good creature. He is a good being because he is an angel. And what he said, and so they said, but you're in charge of hell, and you punish all these people, and you do all these horrible things to people to make them suffer. He said, I don't punish anybody. All I do is set up the scenario, and then they use their guilt to punish themselves. So that's what hell is. And guess what? You can have hell right here on earth by punishing yourself and living in guilt and shame and resentment and anger. Just all those things that keep you and block you from keeping and knowing you're good. All the good things that are available to you, you've got it all muddied up in there with all these other things that are holding you back from being the potential being that you are created to be. So are you ready to let go of some of this stuff? Are you ready to let go of this anger and all these other things that are going on within you? So, what are the 3 things that you think that hold you back the most? Anybody got any ideas? Number 1. Number 2, guilt, shame. There they are. So guilt is when you feel like it's the result of not forgiving yourself for something that you did or something that somebody else did that you feel like that you could have prevented, which you couldn't, of course, but still. We have this great idea within our minds that we can control other people's actions. Isn't that hilarious? We can't control anyone except ourselves and our reactions. And we can control, that's all we can control. So shame is feeling unforgiven. That whatever you have done is unforgivable, so you should be full of shame. But there's nothing that's unforgivable. That's hard to believe because we see some pretty atrocious things happen in this world. But we have to go back to the knowledge that we are all one energy. So if somebody else is misbehaving, they're just misusing their power. They're using it in a way to cause harm. But you have the same power to create harm, and you have the same power to create good. It is your choice, and that's why we have volition. We have that ability to let go of those things if we can just get out of our own way. We get in our own way all the time but by allowing ourselves to think this way and to feel this way. We're not allowing space within our bodies for the good. It's too full of the bad. And if you want to get rid of it, that's what we're going to try and do today with our burning bowl ritual. So a burning bowl ritual is not to, it's to release. But the reason we're releasing is to make space for new things to come within our lives, for new ideas, new thoughts, new experiences. All of these things are open to us when we can open up our hearts and get out of our own way. That's exactly what a burning bowl does. So instead of setting New Year's resolutions this year, let's try and make the resolution right now to let go of stuff that's keeping us back, that's holding us back, that's making us walk around miserable and sad or upset. All of those things are keeping us from recognizing and even accepting what is good for us. So the burning bowl has been used for centuries. And most people like to think that the smoke that comes up from it is the energy being released for whatever whatever thought or whatever thing you're putting into that bowl. When that comes up, that means it's released. Now, you can go back and pick it up later if you want to, or you can just really release it. It's up to you. You know, I used to say when I would go to work, this one lady, she trained me when I was really young. She said, when you come in the door, I want you to imagine you have a paper bag, and all of the crap in your life and everything that's going on that's bad in your life, I want you to leave it at the front door. And when you come to work, you're fresh, you're ready to meet people, you're ready to be open and alive and receptive, and you're just open-hearted. And I thought, what a great idea. She said, but the other thing is, when you leave, you don't have to pick it back up. It's up to you. If you want to take that stuff back home with you, then it's right there waiting for you to go. So that's why it's so important for us sometimes to use these rituals as a cognizant way, a concrete way of recognizing we can let this stuff go. We can sit here all day and say, oh, I'm going to let this go now. Yeah, right, until the next time I think about it or the next time something comes up that reminds me of it. But it's not necessary to hold on to that stuff. It's not necessary at all. The purpose of a burning bowl is to shift your consciousness away from that negativity into a positive frame of mind. So it should be about becoming still and thinking, going into a deeper space within you and thinking about, seriously, what it is you need to release. Now, I could have you write on a piece of paper and we could write dissertations today about all the stuff we need to release, some of us. But I want you to really think about one word that will set that release. So what are you going to release? Today I'm going to release anger. Today I'm going to release the guilt around something that I've felt since I was 5. Today I'm going to release any thoughts of shame, whatever word you want to use. If it's jealousy, I'm going to release jealousy. I'm going to release resentment. Whatever that word is, find it within your heart, within your mind, and concentrate on that word now for just a few minutes. Think about what that would be if that was gone. How would you feel if that feeling of anger was gone? If that resentment was gone? Imagine and visualize how that would feel. Now, as you think about that word, think of all those feelings surrounding it, all of that anger swirling around, all that resentment just pressing down on you, all of those feelings that just make you feel compressed and little and lacking. Just think of those thoughts, that one word that would release you. And all it takes is one thought. Because our thoughts are prayers. Remember that. When you're beating yourself up with your mind, you're praying at the same time, because we are energy and our thoughts are energy. And so when we want to release them, we have to just let it go. And remember, the more you think about that stuff, the more it becomes embedded in your mind. The more it becomes the reality of who you are. And it's time to stop thinking that way about ourselves, don't you think? Okay, so Roy, would you please come forward? So letting go of that thought, it begins the moment you focus on letting it go, because you're becoming aware of what it is that's holding you back and what's keeping you in that space. So I'd like to start from the back row. Cynthia, you start us. And come on up. Come forward, please. In the next row, come on forward. We're just going to keep a continuous line going. Cheryl, come on up. Suze, come on up. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this thought that you've held in your head, that thought that you want to let go of, and next, just as you take a slip of paper from Roy, you're going to just set it on fire and let it go. It's okay. That thought really left the atmosphere, huh? Just holding that thought. There it goes. That's what they're supposed to do. That's that thought being released into the energy. Holding that, let go. There goes that thought. That anger, it's floating off. It's now burnt up and gone. Let go. Let go. go. Let go. Don't worry, I'll vacuum after. Woo! Let go, let go. There goes that anger, there goes that shame, there goes that guilt. It's okay. Or you can take over if you want. Give that to Julie. And ours for you. Thank you. Everybody good to go? Yes, Ari's coming. Let it go, girl. Let it go. Yeah. Whoa. And there it was, the last thought. Here it goes. Thank you. Okay, I handed you, or you also picked up a little affirmation card. I'd like for us to read this together. Ready? Today, I release what I don't want. I let go and let Spirit do the work in this sacred experience. In this, I am healed and renewed. I open my heart to love, and I am blessed with peace, joy, and harmony. So it is. Okay, so just one more thing to think about now. You've released all this stuff, all this negativity. Do you feel refreshed? Do you feel cleaned? Yeah. So now I want you to sit there for just a minute and make a little list of all of the positive things within your head that are now going to replace that. Can you think of a positive thing in your head that you want to have to replace this feeling? What about you, Taryn? What do you think?
Peace, joy, and harmony.
Good. Ari, do you have something you want to... Huh? Love. Acceptance. Perfect. So when you get home today, I want you to sit down and make that list, knowing that you're in a cleansed space and your heart is open and receptive, and that everything is unfolding in your life just like it should. So write these intentions, this positive thing down in a journal at home if you have the opportunity. Just take a minute. You don't have to write some great big thing about how I'm going to change the entire world. Today, we're just going to change one thing in our lives that we know that we can sustain it. We can let go of the anger, and we can replace it with serenity. We can let go of guilt and replace it with love. And we can let go of shame and live in harmony. It's our choice. And so, there's another affirmation I want y'all to repeat with me because it's just perfect. It says, I am open to receiving new blessings. I am open to receiving new blessings. Namaste. Is that okay? Who's next? What's next? So I think it's time for our special music by Ari. And so Hit it, Ari.
All right. This is a song that probably many of you know, Old Lang Syne. We're going to sing a few verses, so if you want to sing with me, I would love it. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne, and surely you'll buy your pine cup, and surely I'll buy mine. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne, for old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne, for old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Cheryl. Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is always such a powerful, powerful moment when we take it very seriously. And thank you, Cheryl, for the gift of the service. Really appreciate that. And so now I would invite the ushers to come forward.
Would Taryn and Art come forward? They were asked to be our.
Yeah, so this is our time that we can give back to this service that supports this community, this building, these wonderful people that show up to inspire you every week. And so there's an affirmation, offertory affirmation. And you know, we say this every week, and every week I like to remind us that when we say it, it can be rote, but to pay attention to these words that we're saying because they are words of truth. And so let us affirm together. Divine love moving in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive. Thank you, God. And so it is.
I am grateful. I am grateful for abundance in my life. I am grateful. I am grateful for the abundance in my life. I am grateful. I am grateful for abundance in my life. I am grateful. I am grateful for the abundance in my life.
And as we stand here with this beautiful offertory, this makes the ability for us to keep this service going, to keep this church functioning. And I know that each person gave with so much love today, that this offertory is so blessed by the giving each person has put forth today. And so with so much gratitude in my heart, I am just so grateful for everything that has occurred today and for all that is unfolding, and especially for this that keeps us alive and vibrant and overflowing with abundance. And so, if this resonates with you, please join me in saying, and so it is.
And as we go, let us just stand for the prayer of protection and our peace song after that. And remember, let's go downstairs and celebrate birthday together with cake and all kinds of stuff. There's 2 more days, so you have to give it up on a resolution. So we might as well enjoy. So our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let's do our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Don't turn the candle off because I want Aaron to be able to do it as well. Let's see. Yes, did it work?